we were discussing. We were just having a revision of previous class, a quick recap, right? So we started with our first unit, logic, right? So logic, we have seen logic is nothing but a common sense, right? If I am passing some argument and I can give some good reasons behind it, right? If I am thinking in a reasonable way, then I say that it is common sense, it is logic, right? So we went further, we have seen some logical operators. As of now, we started with we have seen some applications, then we went to logical operators, right? We have seen the functionality of all the logical operators. A quick revision, like negation operator, role of negation is to convert true to false and false to true, right? And says when all the operators in the all the variables in the expression is going to, all the variables in the expression containing AND operator is going to be true. Only in that case my final expression becomes true, right? In OR case, basically inclusive OR case, when all the variables become false, only in that case I achieve the unique case, which is false case, right? Then implication, we have discussed that when first one is true, second one is false, only in this case my final expression becomes false. And by implication, we have discussed that when alternative, then in that case my final expression becomes false, right? Then we moved on to some terminologies. We discussed that valid and tautology means always true, invalid means at least one case is false, right? Satisfiable means at least one true, and unsatisfiable and contradiction means always false. So hope that was clear yesterday, right? We have done some gate questions as well, right? So we will proceed with the gate questions itself, right? So hope you guys are ready with the questions in a frame of mind to like solve questions, right? So we'll start with the question. You guys can check your slide and start with the question, guys. That's your GATE 2017 question. Please start with it. So meanwhile, you try and write the question on board quickly. They are saying that P implies Q implies R is a contradiction. And expression R implies P implies Q. R implies P implies Q. Let's quickly pay attention. We'll discuss, right? So in the question, the data is given that this is given as a contradiction, right? This part they are saying that this is contradiction. They have already mentioned that this expression will always turn out to be false, right? It is always false, right? So this they have already mentioned. From here, what data can I conclude? I know implies operator will give false only in one case, right? And that case is when this one will become true and this one will become false, right? From here, I can conclude one thing. See, commenting on this part is very difficult because this part will become true for multiple cases. So I cannot deduce any particular thing from here, right? But if I look at this side, so from here, this is clear that R is false. R will always be false, right? They are saying in the question, they are saying that the expression is a contradiction, means expression is always false, right? Expression is always false. When does this expression becomes false? I know logical operator says when this is true and this is false. I have seen in the previous session that this is true, this is false. Only in that case, I get my expression to be false, right? When will this become true? Multiple cases are there, so I cannot deduce any particular, I cannot conclude any particular thing from here. But this is clear that R is false, right? Always. Now what I want is, they are saying I have to check for the expression R implies P implies Q. R implies P implies Q, right? I have to tell about this, guys. See, I know R is false here, so I will say false implies P implies Q. If you remember, false implies anything, guys. Again, as I said, we need to remember the truth table, right? If you remember our truth table, P implies Q, right? In that case, if it is like false, true, false, false, both cases will give me true, right? So basically, false implies anything is true, that we need to remember. So, right, false implies P. Whatever the value of P is there, I don't care. False implies P will give me true, right? So basically, this will become true implies Q, right? Now the thing is, true implies, now if Q is true, then my answer will come out to be true implies true will give me true. If you see the truth table, true implies true gives me true, and true implies false gives me false, right? That is from the truth table. We know the functionality. We have already learned that. So true implies if Q is true, in that case I will get true. If Q is false, in that case I'll get my answer to be false. So basically my answer is depending on Q. Now let's quickly check the options. First option is saying that this expression is tautology. No, obviously not. Why? Because if I put Q to be false, in that case my expression will become false. And clearly this is not tautology then, right? Because tautology means it is always true. Second expression says it is contradiction. Again, no. Why? If I put Q to be true here, in that case true implies true will come out to be true and hence not a contradiction, right? Third option says it is always true when P is false. So it is always true when P is false. That is again not the case. If I put P false here, false implies false will give me what? Again false implies false will give me true. True implies Q. Again it can be true when Q will become true, right? So again this option is also wrong. Fourth option says always true when Q is true. That is exactly correct. Why? That is exactly correct. Why? Because if Q is true, in that case I am going to get my answer to be true, right? So my answer is going to be option number D, right? So hope you have understood it. If you have understood it, please if you have understood it, if it is clear guys, and please note it down, right? Please note it down and let me know when to proceed. Right, so next question is saying let A, B, C, D be propositions. Assume that the equivalences A equivalent B or negation B and B equivalent C hold. Then the truth value of formula is given is always, we have to tell. Give it a try. Apply all possible approaches that you can think of as of now, right? Then we will discuss. Okay, I'll quickly explain what the question wants to say here is, see, they are saying A equivalent B or negation B hold. So in the question they are saying A equivalence B or negation B hold, right? Right, that's good question. What does hold mean here, right? So quickly pay attention. They have given us two expressions. This is there and second one is B equivalent C. And they are saying these two expressions hold, which means that these two expressions are true, right? In English when we say this thing, right, these two expressions hold means these two expressions are true, right? Now you need to check for this. So guys, if I am saying that both the expressions hold means both the expressions are true, what can I conclude from here? First thing, see, let's start. If I start with the first expression, from the first expression A equivalent B or negation B, I am saying this is true, right? This comes out to be true. Final expression they have given, the final expression is true. I can also write it like, see, B or negation B. What will B or negation B give me? If B is true, negation B will be, see, if B is true, negation B will become false. In that case, answer will come out to be true. If let's suppose B is false, so negation B will become true. Again, the answer will come out to be true. And B can take only two values, either true or false. So in any case, this expression is going to give me answer as true. Right? So in any case, this expression is going to give me answer as true. Right? So they are saying basically this expression is true. They have already said this, that this expression holds, that this expression is always true. Now from here I know the functionality of this operator. This operator says when both the values are same, only in that case I get final expression to be true. If one side it is true, then I know that A has to be true, right? A is true, right? So at least one data I am able to conclude from here that A is always true, right? Second expression says B is equivalent to C, means B can be simply B is true, C is also true, B is false, C is also false, right? B is equivalent to C, fine. So just B we can replace with C. Right, so hope this is clear. First, what we can conclude, two things we have concluded. Now let's move on to our expression. Our expression is, they have asked, we have to find truth value of one expression is given. right? So my expression is given as A and B implies A and C or D, right? This is my expression given as A and B implies A and C or D, right? So guys, now I know A is true from here, right? I can replace A with true, and B or C can be replaced with each other, right? B can be replaced with C or C can be replaced with B itself, right? So A is true, true and B will give me B, because whatever the value of B, if let's suppose B is true, then answer will be true. If B is false, then answer will be false, right? A is true, true and anything will give me same thing, B. Here true and C will give me C or D, right? Secondly, I know B can be replaced with C or C can be replaced with B, anything. So B implies B or D. Now you got an expression, right? On this expression, we need to check whether it is true, false, same as B or same as D, right? So that we can check from here. So let's suppose if I'm checking for first expression, I'm checking for whether it is valid or not, right? If it is true or not, valid means always true or not. So I need to generate one false case. How will false case come? This should be true and this should be false, right? So B has to be true from left hand side. False means both has to be true. But since B is true, so always true or something will give me true. This won't become false. This won't become false. So it means it is valid and it is always true, right? This expression is coming out to be always true. So I can clearly see that my option is going to be answer A itself, right? It is saying that it is going to be always true, right? I am unable to generate false case. Let's say if it is saying C option, I'll take same as truth value of B. Same as truth value of B, but that is again not true, because if B is true, let's suppose I put let's suppose I put B as false and D as true here, right? So false implies true will give me true. So obviously in that case same values won't be same. Next they are saying same as truth value of D. So if I put D value as, again you can take the same case, B as false and D as true. In that case, okay, I'm getting true. Let's suppose B as true and again false. If I take B false and D false, false implies false will give me true. So D is false, answer will come out to true. So obviously those are not the answer, and clear we have seen itself like the answer is going to be come out to be always true, right? So my answer is going to be option number A here, right? So guys, hope you have understood this. If yes, please let me know. If you have doubt, then we'll discuss it again. Krishna says it's clear. What about others? Okay, Deepak, you have doubt. Did you get the first two? We have seen first two expressions. Same as truth value of B means if B is true, in that case my expression will throw true. If D is true, then my expression will come out to be true, right? So Subhajit has his doubt, right? Same as, what does it mean as same as truth value of B? So that means if B's truth values, B is true, the expression will also be true. But that is not the case, right? So I'll quickly explain it once again, right? Quickly we'll discuss once again. Just pay attention, guys, now. See, first thing is, two expressions they have given to us. They are saying A equivalent B or negation B. From here, this they have given. They are saying this hold means this expression is always true. Hold means this expression is always true, right? So I know A equivalent B or negation B will always give me true only, right? Whatever the value of B is, true or false, final expression will give me true, right? So they are saying this expression is always true. Now I know the functionality of equivalence, that this expression will finally become true when both will have same value, right? So A should be true from here. So this one data I got, that A should be true from here. Is this much clear? This much is clear, right? So second thing, this was my first thing given to me. Second thing was given as B is equivalent to C. Means both have same value. So B can be replaced with C or C can be replaced with B. Right? Now my expression was given as A and B implies A and C or D, right? This was my expression given to me. Now what I have done from here is, see, A you put true, true and B will give me B, implies true and C will give me C or D, right? And from second expression here, you know B is same as C, right? So you can turn this like C implies C or D. Now this expression, if you try to find out, this will come up. This will always come out to be true. This we have already practiced how to find out, right? Check for validity. This will always come out to be true, and hence I will say my answer is option number A, right? So is it clear now? Those who are having doubt, tautology. See, tautology, as we remember from the last class, I'll say just we'll work on this, right? How to work on tautology. Tautology means always true, right? So in that case, what we were doing is we were trying to find out one false case. If one false case comes, then it is not tautology. Otherwise, it will be a tautology, right? So how will this false case come? This side true, this side false, right? So if C is true, this side is true. Again, then C is true. So true or D will give me true. This false will never come. Final expression will never become false, and hence I will say that it will never become invalid, which means it is valid or tautology, right? So hope you have reviewed your last class, right? Right, how we were finding tautologies and valid. Chalo, if you have got it, then let's move on to next question. What's the doubt, sir? How you wrote B implies C or D? You are asking how we write B implies C or D, right? See, this is given in the data that B is equivalent to C, right? This is given here, B is equivalent to C. If we remember, when both the values will be same, then only it will throw true, right? From here we can say that B is same as true, C, right? If you make its truth table, when B is true and C is true, only in that case I'll get answer as true, and when both are false, then also I'll get answer as true. Means when both are same, then only this expression is correct. Basically both are equivalent, right? So from here I am writing this as like B I have replaced with C. Fine, guys, move on to next question now. This is 90s question, so I just want to give one idea from here, and then we'll move on to actual question, right? So the question is saying, let P and Q be proportions, decide whether P equivalent Q does not implies P implies negation Q is true or false. Basically, guys, what this question is saying here is, okay, just see this question. I'll discuss this question. Next question I'll give you guys to try, right? Because here nothing to try. Just we need to understand one thing. They are saying that P is by implication Q, or you call it P equivalent Q, does not implies P implies negation Q, right? P implies negation Q. Guys, what this is saying is basically we have to check whether it. See, first of all, understand the concept of implies. I told you yesterday also. If suppose, let's suppose this is the expression. In this expression, if you are able to generate a false case, if you are able to generate a false case, right, invalid case, if you are able to generate, in that case, we say that this expression does not imply that expression, right? If you are able to generate one false case, I'll say this expression does not imply that expression, right? If you are unable to generate false case, if false case you are not able to generate false case, in that only in that case you will say yes, this expression implies that expression, right? We just need to understand the terminology. What does implies mean here, right? So let's quickly do this question. I'll solve it. First, I have to check whether this does not imply that. Let me just quickly write the expression. I am just checking whether I am just trying to generate one false case. Now I know how to generate false case. This should be true and this should be false, right? So from starting from right hand side, how will this become false? When this is true and this is false. When will this become true? When P is true. And when will this become false? Negation Q will become false when Q is true. So with these two values, this side will come out as false. This we have already practiced in the previous session, right? Hope you are comfortable with this. So moving on to this side, P true, Q true. If P is true and Q is also true, true or true will give me true. So yes, I got true as well. So true implies false. I have generated the false case. In this case, I will say that this expression one, this expression does not imply this second expression, right? Does not imply expression 2. Fine. So in the question itself, it was given, does this whether this does not imply this. So it was 90s question, so it was sort of subjective at that time, right? So answer was true. Yes, it does not imply this, right? Hope you understood the concept of implies and does not implies, right? Is this clear, guys? Shall we proceed with the actual question of GATE? How they ask now? Yes. So just we have to generate the false case. How we generate false case? I have to make this side as true and this side as false, right? Only in that case I can generate the final case as false. So I started from this side. How will this become false? When this is implies operator again, when this is true and this is false. So P should be true. Negation Q false means Q should be true. So with these values, this is achieved. Right hand side will become false. Now let's check whether this side is becoming true or not. So P true, Q true. P true, Q true. This is by equivalence. Don't think that this implies. P true, Q true. True or true will give me true. If you see the truth table, both will give me true. So true implies yes, I am able to make this side as true, this side as false. Means final case I am able to achieve the false case with these values. So as I said, if I am able to generate one false case, right, for any combination, if I am able to generate one false case, I say that this expression does not imply that expression. Simple thing is, if you are able to generate false case, you will say this expression, it should be, if you think common, just as common sense, right? If one false case is coming in, one invalid case is coming out, yes, I will say that this does not imply this thing, right? Because one false case is coming. Hope you understood. Jagrati 4, you are answering for this. Yes, so moving on to the next question, that was our 2016 question, right? So next question says, consider the following expressions. Some expressions are given to you. Yes, so some expressions are given to you. False, Q, true, P or Q, and negation Q or P. They are asking which of these expressions are implied by P and P implies Q. Right? These expressions are 5 expressions are given to us, and they are asking how many of these expressions are implied by this. Implied by this, again I know implied, as you have seen, implied means this expression. You will try for the first option here, you will try whether this expression implies false or not, right? Second expression, you will try whether this expression implies Q or not. And how to try whether this implies Q or not? Again, target is try to generate one false case. If false case comes, in that case I will say this does not imply that. If false case does not come, I will say yes, first expression implies second case, right? Let's quickly start. This was the given, this expression was given. They are saying, does this imply false? My target is, simple target is try to generate one false case, right? False case says this side be true and this side it should be false, right? Clearly this side it is given as false. You put any value of P and Q. For any value of P and Q, you will be able to make this side as true, right? Put any value. Let's suppose P, you can put true, P true, Q also true. True to true, this side will come true. True implies false, I will get false. So I will say in that case, since I am getting false case, I will say this expression does not imply false, right? So this one is out, right? In the question it was asked whether this can imply that or not, right? So next I will try whether this can imply Q or not. Again, target is approach is try to generate one false case. How will I generate false case? This side as true and this side as false. So clearly from here Q will become false. I have to make this side as true. And operator says both should be true, right? So P should be true, P should be true, this will become true, and this should be true. So P is true, Q is false. True implies false will give me false. False and true will not become true. again, if this is not becoming true, so I am not, final expression will not become false. In this case, I will say yes, this expression implies Q, right? Why? Given expression implies Q. Is this clear, guys? How we are doing this? Is the approach clear? So everybody got it, right? So secondly, so I will say Q is implied. Now moving on to the third expression. Moving on to the third expression. In third expression, I have to check whether this implies true or not, right? In the third expression, I have to check whether this implies true or not. This implies true or not, right? So guys, again, target is try to generate false case. False says this side it should be true, this side false, but clearly this side I cannot make it false because it is given as true, right? So I will not be able to generate false case, hence I will say yes, this is also implied, right? This was the third point. Next we will try with P or Q, right? So again, P implies Q. P or Q, right? Again, I have to make this as false case. I have to check whether false, this is implied or not. Again, simply try to generate one false case. How to generate false case? This side make it true, this side make it false. How will this become false? Both should be false. P false, Q false. I am directly doing it considering that you have practiced last class, right? And you know how we have already practiced this thing. I am expecting that you are comfortable with this approach now, right? So P false, Q false. This side it will become false. Now moving on to this side, if P is false. So clearly P is false, and anything will not give me true. It will give me false, right? So if I'm not able to generate false case. So again, since false case is not coming, I will say yes, this expression implies this expression, right? So this is also implied. We need to check for last expression now. Let's check for last expression now. Last expression is negation Q or P, right? Again, try to generate one false case. False says this side true and this side false, right? How will this become false when both are false? So negation Q false means Q should be true, and P false means P false, right? So with this value, this became false. Now I'll put this value P is false. Clearly P is false here, right? So false and anything will not give me true. Hence, I will not get the final expression as false. This we have practiced in the last class, right? If this is not, I am not able to generate this side as true. So I am saying final expression won't become false. So again, if I am not yet achieving the false case, not achieving the invalid case, I will say yes. Yes, in this case, this is valid basically. The expression is valid. Valid means this expression implies that expression, right? So this is also implied. So in the question, if you read the question, they were asking the number of expressions that are implied by this expression. So we have checked how many are implied: 1, 2, 3 and 4. So my answer for this question is going to be 4, right? 4 are being implied. Clear, guys? Here you want second one with Q. Just check with Q. Check with Q if you are. Just check with Q and try to generate one false case. Just check with Q and try to generate one false case. That's it. Are you not able to generate one false case? Just make it. How will I generate false case? This side false, this side true, right? Q is false from here. I have to make this side as true, right? And operator says both should be true. So P should be true from here, right? P should be true. Now this also needs to be true. So P is true, Q is false. True implies false will give me false. I am not getting true, right? This expression is giving me false. False and true will not give me true. And since I am not getting this side as true, so final expression will also not become as false. Is this clear there now? Simple thing was you have to generate false case. We have practiced this, right? Saying that in first case, we could put value of P and Q, anything. Yes, you can put anything, value of P and Q. That does not concern here, right? First case, it was just like expression implying false, right? See, in the very first case, they were saying, first case, they were asking this expression implying false, right? I have to make this expression as false. Yes, I can make it false. Why? Because right hand side already they have given false. This you need to make true. Make it true for any values of P and Q. Right? That would be very easy. You put any value of P and Q means just you have to make this side as true, right? It does not have dependency on right hand side. Right hand side is already given as false. Make this side true for any values of P and Q, and finally you will definitely get false, right? Is asking, so Ayush has a doubt that these are lengthy questions, so should we give more time to these questions in time? Ayush, with practice this will become very this may be seeming as lengthy as of now. With practice you will find out that you just need to quickly check, right? Implies operator is very easy. You just quickly need to check and you will be able to solve it very easily and within time, within less time itself, right? And if you feel that more time has to be given, then obviously you need to give time to that, right? So Dia is asking in second one, if we take P as false, this was the case. You are saying if I take P as false, right, Dia? So what will happen in that case? My target is anyhow generate false case. This I have been saying from the past session that how I have to generate false case. Make this side as true and this side as false, right? If you put Q as false here, right? So I have achieved this. Now this side coming on to this side. You are saying if I put P as false here, in that case, what will happen is, if you put P as false here, clearly this is what? Not true. And again, since you are not able to generate this side as true, so I'll say this, you are not able to generate this side as false. Finally, it is not becoming false, right? If you take P as false, that's also okay. Again, the answer will come out to be same only, right? It's clear now, right? So that's cool. Let's move on, guys. If it's clear, then let's move on to next question. So for such cases where they're asking implies, I hope you got it now, right? If they're asking whether expression 1 implies expression 2 or not, simply what you need to do is write expression 1 implies operator, expression 2, find out if you are able to generate one false case. If expression becomes false, if expression is invalid, in that case I say expression 1 does not implies expression 2. If it does not become invalid, if it is a valid expression, in that case I say yes, my argument 1 or my expression first implies expression 2, right? From first expression or from first circuit I can make circuit 2 or make deduce an expression, second expression, right? So let's move on to the next question now. Yes guys, so this is the next question, right? We'll go in a flow. This is the next question. Please start with the next question. Again the same thing. We are being asked whether the following expression is tautology or not. Please start with this question. Okay, I hope options are somewhat problem here. So moving on to the next question, they have given you that X denote P or Q implies R. X basically denote P or Q implies R, right? And next they are saying X denote this and Y denote P implies R or Q implies R, right? In the very first expression they are asking whether first expression is tautology or not. So guys, first expression is X equivalent Y. Basically this you can write as X by implication one and the same thing, X equivalent Y, right? Now X and Y you need to put put expressions from above. P or Q implies R. This was my X and equivalent Y. Y was P implies R or Q implies R. So this is my expression now, right? First expression was X equivalent Y. So this is I can rewrite it as like this, X by implication Y, one and the same thing. Now X and Y I am just substituting value of X and Y from above. X was this expression by implication Y, and now I hope you can find out whether this expression is tautology or not, right? So quickly do for it, and similarly you have to do for other options. Just substitute the value of X and Y and start finding out whether it is a tautology or not. Has everybody tried or trying? If trying, then it's okay. Amya says it's B. Yes, that's correct. It's B only. X implies Y is the answer. Rupali says that's B. That's good. That's correct. Ayush says that's B. Yes, that's correct. Prakhar says that's B. Yes, that's correct. So has everybody tried? Can we solve it now? Yes. So simple question was given. We have practiced this question earlier as well. X, Y are given, right? In the first case, you have to check whether this is tautology or not. First thing is quickly put values of X and Y. Make an expression first. In the entire course, the target is first try to generate an expression. After that, only you have to check one of those cases, like whether validity you have to check, or invalid, or tautology, or satisfiable, right? So expression I have got. Now from here, I can quickly check whether it is a tautology or not, right? So again, in order to check whether this is tautology or not, my target is try to generate one false case, right? I have to make one false case. This is the operator. When does this expression becomes false? This say when we have alternate values, right? We have two cases for such expressions. If you have practiced last class, then you should be knowing this, that if first is true or second is false. Let me try for the very first case, right? There will be two cases for this operator. One true, one false, or otherwise we will check for first true, first false, second true, right? So let me start with like this. I am putting as true and that side false, right? So when will this become false? Or operator says when this is also false, this expression is also false, and this expression is also false. When both the expression will become false, in that case my right hand side will become false, right? Now moving on to this particular expression, when will this become false? I know implies operator says this true, this false. So P should be true and R should be false. So this will become false with these values. Moving on to this side, when will this become false? When Q is true and R is false. So Q should be true, R is already false. So yes, this is with these values, this has become false, this has become false. So right hand side has become false, right? Next, moving on to we have to check with these values, are we able to make this side as true, right? So P is true, Q is true, R is false. So true or true implies false, true or false is giving me false, no. So with these values, I am not able to make this side as what? This is not becoming true. So finally, I am not able to generate false case with this combination. Left hand side true, right hand side false. I am not able to generate this case. So what I will do is I will try to check for the other case, right? So this case is failing, right? With this case I cannot generate final false expression. So I'll start with the other case, right? Other case was try to make this false and this as true, right? We'll go in opposite direction now. Reverse alternative direction. Try to make this false and that side as true. When will this become false? This true and this should be true and this should be false. So from here R should be false. And how will this become true? P or Q, anyone you can put as true, right? P or Q, anyone if you put true. So with that I will get this side as false, right? Moving on to this side, I know R is false, right? R is false. P or Q, it's up to me. I can choose either of them as true, right? And my target is anyhow try to generate this as true, right? So guys, again problem is, yeah. So let's suppose P was true. So true implies false gave me false, right? But on the other side, it was my choice. Put either of them as true. P I put as true. Q I can put as false itself, right? So false implies false will give me true. False or true? Yes, I got true. So what I am saying here is true or false. Yes, I am able to generate the invalid case, right? I am able to generate the invalid case. This is becoming false. That is becoming true. And finally, this will become, entire expression will become false. So clearly, this is invalid. This is not valid and not tautology, right? Yes, Jagrati, that's correct. Whatever values you have put, right? So A is not tautology. Moving on to the B option. Moving on to the B option, B says X implies Y. So X is P or Q implies R. This was my X option implies, Y option is P implies R or Q implies R, right? So now again my target is I have to check for this whether it is a tautology or not. How do I check whether this is tautology or not? Again, we know from our last class that we need to try to generate one false case. again how will the false case come? When this is true and this is false, right? This is true and this is false. So again moving on to this side, try to make this false. When will this, how will this become false? OR operator says when both are false, then only I will give false. So now moving on to this, so this should be false and this should also be false. So when will this become false? When P is true and R is false. We know this, P is true, R is false. Again, when will this become false? When Q is true and R is false. Q is true, R is false. So with these values, my right hand side will become false, right? Next I need to check with these values, am I able to make left hand side as true? So let's quickly check. P is true, Q is true and R is false. So true or true implies false, true implies false. No, true implies false will give me false, so I am not able to make this side as true, which means that I am not able to generate the final expression as false, which means that this expression is not coming out to be invalid. So hence we will say that this is a tautology, right? So similarly you have to try for C and D option, that will not come out to be tautology, right? So is this clear guys? Is this clear?